Hi guys, Commander Chipper here. Welcome to the race preview of the Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai. I'll do a review on practice as well as my thoughts on the race. So, let's get started. Okay, in practice 1 it was a beautiful day in Shanghai for the first practice session of the weekend. Roberto Merhi came out first. Lewis Hamilton was the first driver to light up sparks from his car. Nico Rosberg set the first time at 1:41.052. Lotus reserve driver Jolyon Palmer spun it at the exit of turn 8. Then a few minutes later, Carlos Sainz spun on the exit of turn 1. Young Max Verstappen had a lock-up going to turn 6. Nico Rosberg did exactly the same to young Max, but he went off the track. Hamilton then went quickest in the session by 0.541. Then on another lap, Hamilton went wide at the end of it. Felipe Massa locked his wrist and spun at turn 14. With 49 seconds to go in the session, Jolyon Palmer went off trying to improve his lap time. Final classification of practice 1. Hamilton, Rosberg, Vettel, Raikkonen, Nasser, Ricciardo, Kvyat, Sainz, Bottas, Massa, Maldonado, Verstappen, Button, Ericsson, Palmer, Perez, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Stevens and Merhi. Practice 2 started in the afternoon as Roberto Merhi once again came out first. Sebastian Vettel had to spin out of turn 3 after losing the rear end. Vettel then fought back to go third fastest with a 1:41.848. A man walked across the main straight, risking his life as Ericsson and Hulkenberg went past. Now, that was the most idiotic thing I've ever seen. Rosberg then went second quickest with a 1:38.399. Just 3 tenths off Hamilton. Rosberg then went off the track, probably before his lap. Felipe Massa had a huge off and crashed after losing the back end and damaging half of his front wing, which brought out the red flag. A pretty crazy P2 session as Daniel Kvyat's brakes overheated. Then crashed to turn 14 after losing his brakes and he was out of the session. Kimi Raikkonen had a little battle with Nico Rosberg after his lap. That doesn't usually happen in practice, obviously. Final classification of practice 2. Hamilton, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Vettel, Rosberg, Kvyat, Bottas, Nasser, Grosjean, Button, Maldonado, Alonso, Ericsson, Verstappen, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Massa, Perez, Merhi and Stevens. Roberto Merhi was once again out first on a beautiful Saturday morning. Fernando Alonso stopped his McLaren on the exit of turn 3 after an engine issue. Pastor Maldonado went off in the pit exit with no gravel trap, like last year when he went to the gravel trap in the end of the session. Marcus Ericsson was the first driver to set a time in practice 3. Fernando Alonso walks off after stopping his car on track. Sainz and Verstappen went up top to go ahead of the Saubers. Max Verstappen had sparks from the underside of his car. Jenson Button locked up his brakes into turn 6. You can see it just on the right front there. Pastor Maldonado went wide after going too quick into turn 1. Danny Kvyat took quickest by 0.670 seconds from Hamilton. What a fantastic lap. Nico Rosberg fought back with 1:37.841 to go 1.265 seconds faster than whoever. Danny Ricciardo went third quickest. I don't know what that was. Ricciardo's teammate Kvyat had a mechanical problem and had to pit. But he didn't pit, apparently. Final classification of practice 3. Hamilton, Rosberg, Vettel, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Kvyat, Sainz, Bottas, Verstappen, Grosjean, Massa, Hulkenberg, Ericsson, Nasser, Button, Maldonado, Perez, Stevens, Merhi and Alonso after that stop at the beginning of the session. My thoughts for the race. We've already done qualifying. Qualifying already happened as I uploaded this. So Hamilton, Rosberg, Vettel was the result of qualifying. And my race predictions, I do Hamilton first, Vettel second, Rosberg third. The reason I picked Hamilton is because it is predictable that he's going to win because he's in a good car. I picked Vettel for second because he won the last race and he could sneak ahead of Rosberg because he did do that in Malaysia, but he managed to do it anyway. I picked Rosberg for third because he is number 2 driver to Hamilton because Hamilton keeps winning over him, so that's why he's number 2. Hope you enjoyed the race preview and that little ending there. So, see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.